and gamers, we'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. How you guys doing today? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And the Rotten Tomatoes want to see score continues to take a dive bomb. And it's a beautiful thing. Ever since this Lando news came out, it just continues to tank, sending a message to Disney, to Lucasfilm, to Hollywood, that we don't want your SJW bullshit in our Star Wars. Let me go ahead and pull the chat up right now. Let's see. Is the quality okay? Trying to pull everything up right now. Did you like the Bill O'Reilly meme that I used as the thumbnail? Johnny5, thanks for responding to your tweet. No problem, buddy. Thank you for tweeting me. I try to interact with everyone I can. Of course, here's YouTube giving me problems on my computer now. So let me see if I can refresh. Quality is fine. All right, cool. We have bad weather here again in Pensacola. So, Jeremy for president, that won't happen. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. Netherlands is here. Quality's great. Why is Lando fucking pants? Because there's a political narrative that has to be pushed, and if it has to compromise history, if it has to compromise the story, if it has to compromise the future, that's all they care about. Alex Becker gave me a shout out earlier. He gave Geeks and Gamers a shout out, and so shout out back to him. I love Alex Becker. If you have not seen his video, you definitely need to watch it. It was beautiful. It was beautiful what he said. And this is the thing. They interject all of this stuff into our pop culture, and they change history, change the story, change the narrative. Then when we get upset, they paint us as, racist or bigots or all these ist words or ism words. And it's them that they're the ones that can't stop talking about race and gender and ethnicity and all of that. It's not us. We respond to your bad storytelling. That's what we do. And so it's, hang on just a minute. Let me approve that one right there. I was going to live stream, then I saw you live stream, so then I said, fuck live streaming now. Got to see Jeremy live stream. Phil TM, is that like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Phil TMNT, is that what that means? VIL? If so, shout out to you for the Ninja Turtles love, because Ninja Turtles always need love. So, let's see here. Why not boycott all Star Wars stuff for now? It's honestly, it's a possibility, because this Lando news has gotten me so frustrated. It's like every day it gets worse. Every day it gets worse. They have no self-awareness whatsoever. They really have no idea how much people are frustrated with them. And I'm hoping that they find out next week. I'm hoping they find out. But boycotting all of Star Wars is definitely something that I'm considering, because it's just, there's no other way to fix it. I'm even using terminology like boycotting now. That's how frustrated I am. I can't get my laptop to work for shit, so I'm just going to have to continue reading on my phone. So, Brooke Smith said, is it really a boycott if you don't want to watch it? It's a good point. It's a really good point. Why are boycott comments getting flagged by YouTube? What kind of bullshit is this? Steve Smooth says, watch your fucking language, Jeremy. I'm going to dial the language back, because I do understand that some people have children they like to watch. So I'm going to try. I mean, I have a daughter. She's not here right now, so I don't really have to worry about that. But I'm going to try to ease up on the language a little bit. TGIF Jeremy, thank you so much, John. Explain pansexual. Look, I had to look up the definition when I saw that stupid headline. I didn't know what it meant. I was like, what does that even mean? I don't even understand. They're inventing terminology for sexual preferences now. It basically, I feel like pansexual is a dressed up way to say bisexual. I guess that's what that means. And so it's just so stupid. No, I told my daughter to stay out of the chat when she jumped in there the other day and commented. I forbid her from getting... She knows not to be on YouTube comments anyway. But she thought, oh, it's dad's stream. I can be on there. It's, honey, you go nowhere near my stream. Nowhere. But my wife had already talked to her about that. So, let's see. Jeremy, you need to go back to school and take a class on it so you can be smart. Well, this is why Trump won right here. This type of mentality is why Trump won. For someone that said, thank God Trump won. That's why. This is why. This type of mentality, the more they do it, the more they're increasing his base and they're increasing his power. Yeah, and IMDb is deleting negative reviews now. I saw that. Yours truly, ever played Dungeons and Dragons? I have not. Never played Dungeons and Dragons. That's true. No, Trump's bluntness is the reason he won, and the fact that he's just so he comes across so authentic, and people just were like, man, we're tired of the buttoned-up politicians and their BS. But the nature in which the country has moved and the culture played a massive part into that too. But I want to steer clear of politics because it's not what I try to do for Geeks and Gamers. But like I said, we can talk about that over on my D-Day Cobra channel as we continue to get that channel developed. So, all right. Well, I mean, IMDb, to my knowledge now, I haven't looked at this in a couple of days, but IMDb they just removed the user reviews completely for Solo, which again, that's something I've never understood, why they allow that to go public until a movie comes out. I never understood that. So, I mean, other sites like Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes, they do the same thing. They have the same process. They count user reviews prior to a movie coming out. They just don't make it public knowledge until the movie comes out. But now suddenly, because of Solo, there was the user reviews were up. They were really bad. And now suddenly IMDb responds after all of these years of being in that same predicament. Makes you wonder why they responded. Makes you wonder who picked up the phone and said, hey guys, that score is really killing our marketing. Can you please take that down? That's exactly what happened. So, all right, let's see. And by the way, so I'm going to try to not do live streams on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to try to keep the live streams for like Monday through Friday. I know a lot of you are always super supportive of the Super Chat every time I do it. I don't want you guys throwing Super Chat every single, like 7 days a week. However, I do appreciate the Super Chats. I just don't want you to feel obligated with that at all. Very helpful, and I love it so much. And so, but I just don't want I don't want to do it 7 days a week. Let's see. Hey, Jeremy. God damn it. Where did it go? Were the 1,200 plus views and the Solo scores streamed the most yet? You talking about from my stream? Yes. I mean, I've only done probably, what, maybe less than 10 live streams. But yeah, I had 1,200 the other day all at once, which was great. So, yours truly, thank you again for the another super chat. SJW's TLJ is better than Infinity War. Me, what the fuck are you lying? Why are you always lying? Look, and I just said this. It's gotten to the point where now all the pro TLJ channels now, all they're doing is now they're trying to discredit us because nobody wants to watch their videos where they praise The Last Jedi, and they're starting to realize it. So instead of just admitting like, hey, nobody wants to watch us talk good about The Last Jedi, they're watching everybody that hates on The Last Jedi. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we've been telling you guys for a while now, and you're in denial. So now you're turning your denial into just using sarcasm to take shots at us, and that's great. Just admit it. So, is it 59 now? No, it's 60% the last I checked. Benjamin Workman, good evening, Jeremy, from Ben and Vanessa. Thank you so much, Ben and Vanessa. Good evening to both of you as well. Thank you for joining the live chat. James says, hi, mate. Hello, James, back. What's worse, The Last Jedi or Pootie Tang? That's from Memphis Dale. I mean, anytime you start out a question with what's worse, The Last Jedi or, typically the answer is The Last Jedi. I'll just leave it at that. So it is 59%. Goodness gracious, this thing is falling so fast. All right, so Voorhees67, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Just posted a Rotten Tomatoes score for Solo and it dropped to 59%. Winning. That's awesome, man. What's up, Darth? Thinking about starting a Star Wars channel. More opinions from women who hate The Last Jedi and current direction. Any advice on getting started? Hang on just a minute. So my advice is, as someone that has had a YouTube channel for around 4 years now, and I spent the first, well, about 4.5 years now, and I spent the first 4 years trying to make this channel everything I'm not, which is buttoned up, politically correct, welcoming for all, you know, blah, 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 because in my mind, I was like, I can attract everyone and we can get a huge community. And the reality of it is, this is a fact of life. The more people you try to impress and please, the more you end up pissing off. So my advice for anybody starting a YouTube channel is be yourself 100%. That will not equal success to start with. It won't. But it will give you an authentic platform. And so there's people that can, you know, there's people that are always going to crap on you. They're going to talk junk about you. They're going to criticize you. But if you're authentic and you're being true to yourself, that is the best way to build your base and your platform. So that is my suggestion. And good luck to you and your channel. I wish you all the best. So Stephanie B means, you mean no fun? Absolutely. Our channel was no fun. It was no fun. I had a huge, and I still have a huge team, but I had a huge team, huge community, and my mentality was to just make it buttoned up, and it was hard for me because that's not me. I'm very blunt. I'm very direct. I'm very confrontational in real life, and just the passive way that I tried to do things for so long, it was so boring. It was terribly boring for me. So let's see. When is the con in Memphis? Y'all are coming to Memphis, Dale. That convention is in November. It is eerily close to Thanksgiving, and there is some scheduling problems right now, so I'm still currently looking into that as we speak. I've been talking to the convention director, and he's a great dude, so we're still just trying to work it out. That's why you haven't heard a lot of information about it on my end, because being so close to Thanksgiving, being as I have a family, a big family, and we typically go all out for holidays, it's created some problems, and my wife and family are extremely supportive of the insane amount of hours I put into Geeks and Gamers every day, every week, which is well over, probably, I don't know, I put over 100 hours a week into Geeks and Gamers every week. But when it comes to the holidays, when the wife tells you, okay, we got family stuff, you got to listen. So all up in the air at the moment. So let's see. If you could cast a live action Ahsoka, who would it be? That's from Joel701. So I know Rosario Dawson has always been someone that people have mentioned, and I would be okay with that. I love Rosario Dawson. But I think Ashley Eckstein should do it. The person that voices her. Have you ever seen Ashley Eckstein in her cosplay as Ahsoka? She looks great. So I would cast Ashley Eckstein. Let's see. Yours truly, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Incredibles 2 will go full SJW? This has been a question that has come up a few times, and I'm looking at my computer, so I'm not ignoring you guys. But I personally, I hope it doesn't. I know from the trailer some people have made those accusations, but I think it's just a natural progression for the story, in my opinion. That's how I feel. I think it's just a natural progression for the story. Laser Pants Toy Junk always hits me with these FMKs, and they are always difficult. Damn you, damn you. I hate you so bad, Laser Pants. But it's a super chat, and I gotta acknowledge it. But even if it wasn't, I would try to acknowledge it. FMK. Pansexual Lando, Jabba the Hutt, or Chewie. Damn you, damn you, damn you. I am going to, God dang it. Why are these are always the worst questions. They're so difficult. I'm going to, God damn it. I'm going to marry Chewie, okay? Marrying Chewbacca. I'm going... This is impossible. Mother effer. can't answer. I can't answer. I got to see what the comments say. That's too damn difficult. I really hate you for that. All right, the chat's getting bogged down. I can't. All I can commit to is Chewie. I can only commit to Chewie at this point. What is FMK? FMK is F, marry, kill. I'm trying to keep the language to a minimum here on the live stream, so it's F, marry, kill. If you can't figure out what F is, you don't need to answer the question. Let's see, JJ Amesh, or is it JJ Mesh? Thank you for the super chat, and that looks like you're doing some Joker cosplay. That's awesome. And that looks like Heath Ledger's Joker. How over budget do you think the movie is, considering they had to reshoot 80% of the movie? Great question. I was asked this the other day on super chat, and I don't, man. I mean, I was looking at it, and I kind of want to try to remember how I answered it. So, because I don't know the exact budget for Solo, I believe the budget's probably going to be around 150, 200 prior to the reshoots. That's usually a big budget film, 150 to 200. Then you have to double that for marketing, so that puts you at the $400 million range. So that means that the movie needs to make $800 million if they have a total of a $400 million budget. And then you have to add the reshoots, and if it's an 80% reshoots, then you have to anticipate that had to go in like 150 million. So you take that 400 million, bump it up to 550 million. So that means that the film really needs to make $1 billion to get to the point they want it to be at. That is a problem, because I do not see this movie making $1 billion. I do not see it. And maybe I'm wrong, and again, I make a lot of claims on here about what's going to happen and what I want to happen. If I'm wrong, I will own it 100%, but that's my feeling right now. And if it happens like that, I'm telling you right now, this is big trouble for Kathleen Kennedy. Big trouble. This entire project has been a nightmare. Coming off of the nightmare of The Last Jedi, and if this movie, coming off the terrible production that they faced, all of the stuff with Colin Trevorrow, all of the directors that they continue to lose, and then if this movie underperforms and loses them money, and it shows them that their entire franchise is trending down, their golden horseshoe, the Mac Daddy of their franchises is trending down, while the Avengers after 10 years is trending up to the heavens, it's going to be very, very bad for Kathleen Kennedy. That's the way I'm looking at it. So, okay. All right. So I can't pronounce the name. Sofai, Sophia. Bernadia. Jeremy, what would you think of an Aura Singh movie directed by Nolan and produced by Filoni? So that would be amazing. God, I've never even thought about Nolan directing a Star Wars film. My goodness, that's a great call right there, because a lot of people are reluctant to give Filoni a live-action film. The problem is Nolan is he's so controlling. So it would be interesting, because obviously Filoni would want to have so much input into the story and the mythology, and then Nolan is such a control freak. But I think they could work together, because Nolan has worked with many other people before. Nolan's worked with Zack Snyder, and so I think it would be brilliant. And so the hang-up with Filoni has always been they don't want to give him a live-action movie, because he's never done a live-action movie, and the only time he did have a directing job was the Clone Wars film that really did not do well. And so yeah, that would be a match made in heaven, I think. That would be beautiful, actually. All right, so let's see. Hey Jeremy, this is from Georgie Zukov 33. I think that's how I said it. Thank you for the super chat. Hey Jeremy, what's your theory on the firing of Lord and Miller? Did Kathleen Kennedy think their vision was too full of toxic masculinity? It's a good question. I don't know exactly of the reason why they were fired, but I do have a theory on this whole entire situation, and it's very, very damning to Kathleen Kennedy's leadership. Why you hire people like Lord and Miller, who clearly have a comedic background, and they've done it very well. They clearly had to sit down with Kathleen Kennedy and the leadership of Lucasfilm and make a sales pitch for the movie and their vision. Once they make this pitch with their background, then Kathleen Kennedy doesn't decide to step in and see what's going on until the film is almost 80% done, and that's when she decides this isn't going in the right direction. How the hell did it take her to the point of 80% done? So that shows her lack of leadership, that shows her lack of attention to detail, and that is the damning aspect of it for me. I do think that it's possible they were probably going in a kooky direction, and I think that probably could have been cool. But I think that's more or less the side of it. But I could be wrong. That's just my speculation. Thank you for the super chat, Georgie. Let's see. Oh, man, there's too many questions. I just saw somebody that said, I love Nolan. I love James Cameron. That's Dan Jarris. I love Nolan. And I love James Cameron, but they can't be controlled, so they will never be hired by Lucasfilms. That's 100% accurate right there. Now, I will say, though, I will say this for James Cameron. And James Cameron's nuts. I think he's a great filmmaker, but he's clearly out in left field sometime. But James Cameron did work closely with Walt Disney Imagineers at Walt Disney World for the Avatar Land attraction, which I have not seen yet, and I'm dying to go see it. But he did work closely with Disney Imagineers. Disney is extremely hands-on with anything that goes in their parks. So James Cameron definitely had to work with them very closely. If you go back to J.K. Rowling's and the whole thing with Harry Potter was going to go to Disney. But they could not come to a compromise because it was her vision. She wanted more creative control. Disney's not going to give anybody full creative control that comes into their parks, and so that's why she decided to go over to Universal. So James Cameron has shown a little bit of history of working with Disney on a big project. So there's that. Okay, the Mr. Pete channel. There's a dog outside barking. All right, let's see. The Mr. Pete channel, thank you for the super chat. On to Soy Cago 2019. Soy Celebration retake Star Wars. That is a reference clearly to Star Wars Celebration in Chicago of 2019. And as long as Lucasfilm allows me, I will be there. And I can't wait. It's going to be very exciting. Let's see. Yours truly, $2 super chat. If Nolan does a movie, it needs to be about Revan. You're 100% right. I mean, again, there's so many things. People mentioned a Cad Bane movie with Nolan, though. I'd never thought of that. I would love to see a Cad Bane movie with Christopher Nolan, because Cad Bane is not a character that's going to pull it's a Star Wars movie. So yes, that's going to pull people into the theater, but it's not going to pull people like a saga film or even a Boba Fett film, because Boba Fett is clearly a more well-known character to the general audience. But if you did a Cad Bane movie that was very dark and it had the Star Wars brand, and you bring the man himself, Christopher Nolan, in to direct that would make $1 billion easily. And the fact that I would bet my life on it, if you put a Nolan Cad Bane Star Wars movie with a dark Batman Begins tone, that would make $1 billion easily. It wouldn't even be close. So and yes, same with the Revan though. It would be great. It would be unbelievable. So let's see. I want Ivan Ortega running Lucasfilm. Man, Ivan is so good, and he's just so good. I'm so proud to have Ivan on this channel and to call him a friend. He's a great dude. Let's see. Damn, 72% fresh with a 59 want to see, and that's from Justin Van Valkenburg. And yeah, and if you go to the top critics, the last I checked, the top critics was a 66%. So you got that. Did I miss anything? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, here we go. Only Zool. There is no Dana. Only Zool. Is that what your name is reference to? There is no Dana. Only Zool. I love it. Good day, Jeremy from Australia. What do you think of a Mask film? Could you ever talk about casting that film? Hang on just a minute. I've got a notification on my phone. I've got to handle this private message just for a second, guys. So talk amongst yourself, because this is an important message. Wish people would stop. I wish people would stop messaging me. Give me just a second. Sorry for the live me responding. Do have to run this damn thing called Geeks and Gamers. So, and I will get back to the super chat in just a minute. Come on. All right, I'm almost done here. All right, I'll tell them. People should all know that I am on the phone, or I'm on a live stream. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So what was the question on live stream? Good day, Jeremy. That's from There Is No Dana, Only Zool. That's a Ghostbusters reference if you didn't know. What do you think about a Mask film, M-A-S-K film? Could you ever talk about casting that film? I'm not familiar with the Mask film. I don't. Am I just out of the loop on that one? I'm not really familiar with that one. Was Tico messaging you? Let me look up the Mask film real quick. Let me see what I'm missing here. I hope I didn't lose geek cred on that one, but I'm not familiar with it. Is it called? Let's see. Yeah, the Mask cartoon. Is that like a 80s cartoon? I vaguely am starting to remember that now. Let's see. If my internet would work. Why do you... Terry Green, where do you think we'd be if they cast Anthony and Gruber? I mean, I could tell you just from a personal standpoint, if they cast Anthony and Gruber, I would be sitting in the theater opening night next week, because that would have made me excited. So, okay, Only Zool said Mask animated TV series. Yes, 80s cartoon. Yeah, I'm looking up right now. I am not familiar with that, so I apologize, but I will be happy to look into that, because I'm an 80s baby. So I mean, I grew up on G.I. Joe, Silverhawks, Transformers, Thundercats, He-Man. So I don't know how I missed that one, but I will definitely do a little more research. So I'm glad to see a lot of people I was like, man, when I read that, and I was like, I don't even know if I know what that is. So, so I will get back with you on that, and so thank you for reaching out. Do you collect Star Wars vintage action figures? I do. I don't have as many as so years ago, I used to have a ton of 3 3/4 G.I. Joe figures and a ton of Star Wars figures, and they all got stolen from me, and it sucks. I've recouped a lot of my G.I. Joe figures, not like from the person that stole it, just from buying them, and so I would love to build my retro Star Wars collection back up. But yeah, man, I lost a lot of cool figures when they all got stolen from me. I still don't know really how it happened, but it sucked. Thundercats, 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 ho! I love it. Lion-O was the man, and Panthera. Loved it all, man. All right. Jeremy, do you like soy milk? No, Jeremy does not like soy milk. Let's see. Yeah, the new Thundercats just does not work for me. Does not work for me at all. What about Voltron? Did you guys check out Voltron back in the day? I know there's a new Voltron on Netflix, but I never watched it. So, what will happen? That's Voorhees 67. What'll happen if Kathleen Kennedy does a panel celebration? That will be a very controlled environment if that happens. A very controlled environment. It would be a situation where I think everybody that was in there would be pre-screened, would be prepped, and there would be a lot of security. So if she did it, it would be, that's exactly what would be going on. So, let's see. Star Wars fanboy, Jeremy, what did you think of Clone Wars Season 7? There's not a Season 7, is there? Not that I know of. There's the Lost Season, which is Season 6. I know that there was some leaks online about what potential episodes that weren't fully developed, but there's no completed Season 7. By the way, Star Wars fanboy, didn't you recommend Burger Factory yesterday to me? Wasn't that you? Because whoever referred Burger Factory to me, I ate there today and it was really good. It's not quite like Five Guys level for me, but I did enjoy it very much. So, Jeremy, are you a fan of the Mission Impossible movies? Absolutely. I love Tom Cruise. I know Tom Cruise gets hated on from time to time, but I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. and I'm extremely hyped for the Mission Impossible movie that's coming out soon. I've seen that freaking preview about 1,000 times now. So let's see here. Somebody said, oh, so they're saying season 7 was Dark Disciple. I have not read Dark Disciple. Let's see. Mark's Main. What do you think of the reboot, rehash, remake trend? Will it end soon? What are the best and worst examples of it? That's a great question. I've got to think about that one for a minute. What do I think about it overall? I don't have a problem with it overall, because it all comes down to execution. And I mean, look, every movie is made for a cash grab, especially if it's off of a pre-existing franchise. So every movie is like, so we've had, how many Spider-Man reboots have we had in the past 15 years? We've had the Tobey Spider-Man, we had the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, now we have the Tom Holland Spider-Man. So there's 3 pieces, right? There's 3 movies within just one character in the past, what? It was about 15 years, right? When Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man come out? Was that like early 2000s, somewhere in there, something like that? Mid 2000s? And so, now I love the first, I love Spider-Man 1 and 2 from Tobey. Love them. Spider-Man 2 is still one of the greatest superhero films ever made. Then you brought the Andrew Garfield version, which Spider-Man 3 sucked. We all know that. Then you brought the Andrew Garfield version, and I didn't like those. I only saw the first one. I did not watch the second one. But then, at that point, if you're going to say, well, we rebooted it once and it failed, well, then you wouldn't have gotten the Tom Holland Spider-Man, which I think, while I didn't love Homecoming, I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man and Peter Parker. So it really just comes down to execution and who's in charge of it. So on the surface, I don't have a problem with the reboot, remake, rehash process that's going on. I really don't. It's just a matter of who's involved. Just like with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe has had 2 movies. I'm a big G.I. Joe fan, and it sucks that they haven't gotten it right at this point, but I don't want them to give up. I want them to keep trying. So the worst example off the top of my head is, because I can't say the first 2 Fantastic Four films were a good example, but we all know that next Fantastic Four film was a god-awful disaster. So the Fantastic Four has just been a disaster from the beginning of them bringing them out. Let's see. Good question, though. Good question. So, let's see. Making sure I didn't miss any good questions. I see you, Star Wars fanboy. You replied to me. I'll check it out in just a minute. Let's see. Robert Lombardo, make this a regular series on G&G. Do it live. Do it live. You know what? I might just call it that. I'm not going to name it. I'll name it F It. We're doing it live with Jeremy. I like it, Robert. Good call, buddy. I think you're onto something. F It. We'll do it live with Jeremy. I think. Does everybody like that title? Everybody like that title? F It. We'll do it live with Jeremy. That's my daily live stream title. And then I'll just throw The Last Jedi Sucks in there just for the clickbait aspect, because that'll get more viewers. All right, let me go back to Star Wars. Star Wars fanboy. Yes, it's right next to the naval base where I live. Also, The Bad Batch. Cad Bane and Boba Fett. Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I'll have to check that out. Also, there is a burger factory over on Creighton, over by the Walmart shopping center. That's where I tried it at. So, and I enjoyed it. The fries were kick-ass. So, all right. So everybody's happy with the F It. We'll do it live with Jeremy. Okay, and then I'll just add The Last Jedi Sucks. Or at this point, I'll add Solo: A Star Wars Story Sucks, just so we can continue the clickbaitiness that all the other pro Last Jedi Star Wars pages are getting so butthurt over. What's Burger Factory? Voorhees said it's a new burger place. I don't know how widespread they are. There's a few here in Pensacola that just started popping up. But I will say, if you're in Houston, Texas, go to Burger Theory. Burger Theory is located, I think it's at a Holiday Inn, below the Holiday Inn. Some of the best burgers I've ever had. So if you're in Houston, check that out. Jeremy, have you seen the Sharknado movies? I have not seen the Sharknado movies. I think I might have watched like half of the first one. they're just, and I love stupid movies. I do. I love stupid movies. I don't know why I've never gotten around to the Sharknado movies. Just for some reason I have not. Let's see here. Hang on. I gotta pause my live stream on my computer because it's just freezing up like crazy. So I hope it's not freezing up for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, Darth Revan, that is something I just can't believe they haven't given us. He said, I know, I gotta read it out. What do you think about a Star Killer movie? A Star Killer movie would be incredible. We've all played The Force Unleashed. While The Force Unleashed aren't great games all the way through, they have some of the most jaw-dropping moments you'll ever play. The highs are incredibly high in The Force Unleashed. And so, it's kind of like, almost like Rebels to an extent, like, but it doesn't fall off as bad as Rebels. Rebels has the highest moments, like so high, but it's not consistent and it's not consistently great. And that's how I feel about The Force Unleashed, but I feel like The Force Unleashed is a little more consistent. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, Force Unleashed were awesome, but yeah, I would be 100% behind that. So, what am I looking forward to from E3? Yeah, I've said this a few times because I've get asked about that, and I'm so buried in Star Wars news right now that I'm not trying. I haven't kept up with E3 that much. I know there's some leaks and everything out there, but the answer I continue to say is Smash Bros. I just want information on Smash Bros. So that's my most anticipated game of the year now that we've gotten God of War behind us. So it's all about Smash Bros. On the Switch. I can't wait to get more details. There was some debate on if it was going to be a port from the Wii U. I don't think that's the case, but I don't know if we've had any updates on that. So General Spawn, thank you for the super chat. What do you think will happen if Disney ruins Star Wars? Well, they pretty much have at this point. Even though from a financial standpoint they haven't necessarily felt it yet, but I think that is coming soon. But I think you have to say that the beginning of the end is already here for Star Wars, especially if it continues in the way it's going. And this Lando news, man, this Lando news has been devastating to the brand. I think this has been horrible. I think Bob Iger is probably not happy with the PR nightmare that this Lando news has created, and it was already bad. So, yeah, I think we're in the early stages of it. And ultimately, like I said, I will make a prediction right now. I don't think Kathleen Kennedy will be the president next year by the time Star Wars Celebration gets here. That's going to be my maybe I'm just reaching and hoping, but that's going to be my prediction right there. She will not be here by the time Celebration gets here, and they will make it some politically correct way of moving her out because they don't want to be seen as a company that fired a strong woman who's in power. It's going to make them, it's going to be, they've put themselves in a box with all of their pro-women stuff that they continue to preach, and now they have a woman in power that is destroying the biggest brand of all time. And what are they going to do? Because if you fire her, then you're going to get the SJWs to come after your throats, and all of the mainstream media is going to come after them as being a non-woman respecting company. So they're in a bind. So we shall see what happens. Pando taking applications. Let's see. Looking for some, let's see. Good point, Brooke Smith. Thank you for correcting me. She's a powerful woman. There's nothing strong about her. You, sir, are correct. Thank you for correcting me. So, where's the respect for men? Exactly. I just think we should respect people in general based on them as individuals and what they bring to the table. And if you have good ideas, if you've worked hard, if you've earned your place, then you should be respected. But you should not be respected because you're a man, because you're a woman, because you're this, because you're that. You should be respected based on your character, based on your resume, based on your determination, and based on how you can benefit whatever business you're trying to get into. That simple. It's that simple. But identity politics ruins everything. And that's the point where we're at. Identity politics just ruin everything. What do I think about the Lord of the Rings TV series? That's from Glory Guzman. I think that's how you say your name. And that's a great question. And I've said before, I love the Lord of the Rings movies. I'm not a big, I don't have knowledge of the lore. I never read the books. I think I probably read them in school, but I never paid attention to anything in school. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the TV series. It has a massive budget for a television show. And the last I heard, Peter Jackson is in discussion to be involved. And that's the make or break right there. I want Peter Jackson involved. I know he was involved with the Hobbit trilogy, and a lot of people are down on the Hobbit trilogy. But what he did with the Lord of the Rings trilogy would just, it's just incredible. And it's one of the great accomplishments in movie history. So I'm looking forward to seeing it develop, especially with that budget that they have. So all right, let's see here. Respect is earned, not demanded. You are 100% correct. So all right. The Force is gender neutral. That's from the Mr. Pete channel. Mind Wreck, thank you for the super chat. Logan's Run remake, interested? I'm actually shocked we haven't gotten a Logan's Run remake, to be honest with you. There's got to be either some discussion about that or there's got to be. I don't know why we would not have one at this point. So I'm actually shocked. So I'm definitely interested. I haven't seen Logan's Run in God knows when. Not even sure I can remember most of it. It's almost like with the Karate Kid, where I haven't seen the Karate Kid in so long. And when Cobra Kai came out, I was like, do I need to watch the Karate Kid? Because I don't remember anything about it. And people are like, no, don't worry about it. So, but yeah, I think of Logan's Run. I'm shocked we haven't had more talk about that or any buzz about that. So I would definitely be in support of that. Let's see. This is from Requiem. Or I think that's how you say Requiem. Did you ever check the link I sent you about the real Last Jedi Rotten Tomatoes score is 24% by Mark Sargent? We'll love to hear your thoughts in a video. Yes, I have. I've had that video sent to me like probably 200 times. And I saw it when he first released it. Is when I saw it because people were sending it to me as soon as it started making its rounds. And I think there's probably a lot of legitimacy to what he's saying. I don't know him, and the rest of his channel is very weird. No disrespect. I'm just saying, for me, the whole thing, all the stuff he's doing in his channel, and then this is the only real movie thing I saw from him. And so I don't know if what he's saying is true. It's interesting, and I would not put it past Rotten Tomatoes to do that. But when I talk about Rotten Tomatoes, it's just talking about how they do things from a standpoint of how a lot of people have a misconception. But I have seen his video. So let's see. Epic Zycon, I think that's how you say that. Hey Jeremy, have you played The Last of Us? If so, are you excited for the sequel? 100%. I've got it sitting right behind me. I love The Last of Us is one of the great games in video game history. It's literally like watching a movie. You don't even have to play this game. You could just watch the playthrough and pretty much get the same experience. I mean, you're not going to get that heart-racing moments that you have when you're holding the controller and things are happening, but it's fantastic. It's unbelievably fantastic. So, God damn it, can I just tell you guys how much I appreciate all of you? Do you know how much I look forward to getting here and doing this live stream with you every fucking day? Sorry for cussing, sorry, but I really do. You guys are so damn cool. The fact that you're willing just to toss a couple of dollars to get an answer from me means so much to me. And even if you don't have the money, I'm not asking for your money. The fact that you just want my opinions on things and you want to have a conversation, it's awesome. And I effing love it. And you guys make the day worth waking up for. No bullshit. No bullshit at all. And I'm not a sentimental bro, but it does make me feel really good to come on here to have these live chats with you and to interact with you and get your opinions. Sometimes I don't know the answers to what you say. I know that I'm kind of this leader of the true Star Wars fans, but I'm not a Star Wars expert necessarily. I mean, I know the movies, I know the TV shows, I know a little bit of the EU, but I'm in no way, shape, or form an expert. And so and I never wanted to present myself as one, but I am passionate about it, and I do think that when things are being, when the fans are being treated like shit, like we have been, I think we all have to have a voice, and I'm proud to do anything I can to make you guys happy because you give it back to me. I'm shutting up now. All right, let's get back to the chat. Thoughts on Demolition Man, Star Wars fanboy? Damn it, that is a great question. I love Demolition Man. Love it so much. Love Simon Phoenix. I love the cussing meter that goes on. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did have this game. I had a Panasonic 3DO. I don't know if many of you remember the Panasonic 3DO. So the Panasonic 3DO was way ahead of its time, a very expensive video game system. How many of you remember the Panasonic 3DO? Yeah, the 3 shells. I do. Okay, so the Panasonic 3DO, when I talked my parents into buying that system for me because I felt that it was going to be like the next it thing. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a Jurassic Park game. I believe there was a Need for Speed game that came with it. It was CD based. And they had a Demolition Man game with it. And it was great. The Demolition Man game was fantastic. Now, by today's standards, it would probably be terrible. But I love Demolition Man. I would love to watch Demolition Man again. I have not seen that in a long time. But yeah, shout out to you, Star Wars fanboy, for that. That is... that's great that you brought that up. So, let's see. What are my feelings on The Wraith, one of my favorite 80s films? Why is that not ringing a bell with me, The Wraith? Let me look that up real quick. Let me, if my computer will work. My computer's running like garbage right now. The Wraith sounds familiar, but it's not ringing a bell with me right now. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see. Michael Hand, what made me realize The Last Jedi was trash? Taking off the fanboy goggles was the first step. But yeah, I mean, if, hang on, I got the Wraith movie sitting right here now. Trying to see if I'm familiar with this. Yeah, so, you all know, I praised The Last Jedi when I first saw it. And then I just, you know, I got to talking to more of my friends about it. I mean, look, I have no intention of going into a Star Wars movie and hating it. I love Star Wars. I loved The Force Awakens. I was so excited for The Last Jedi. So going into it, again, that was our first Geeks and Gamers meetup that we did here in Pensacola. We had about 30, 35 people in the theater. That was from the community. People traveled. Thomas Gilkey traveled all the way from Massachusetts to come hang out with us. Got on a plane, flew all the way down here. And I got to speak to the auditorium before the film started. We gave away some prizes. It was a surreal night for us. So coming out of it, I just I knew that there were things that didn't feel right to me, but I was not willing to own those things because I was wanting to love the movie and the moment, you know, the whole thing of having the community come together. The social justice warrior aspect of things, I noticed it long before The Last Jedi. I just wanted to think, maybe I'm overthinking it. Like I've said many times, I was at Star Wars Celebration last year. I was on the Battlefront panel. And I'll never forget when I'm in there and there's hundreds and hundreds of people. And someone from Lucasfilm or EA or whoever it was got on the microphone, and the first thing they said was, "How many girl gamers do we have in here?" And I remember thinking to myself, and like maybe 4 or 5 people screamed, because that's not your target demo. Nothing against girl gamers, have nothing wrong with that, but that just shows, like, the thing is, why are you asking about a gender-specific gamer? And when that was said, I was like, that is clearly an agenda-driven question. What are we about to get? And then we got the Iden reveal. So anyway, back to The Last Jedi. So it just took me thinking about it and realizing, like, stop lying to myself and stop lying to my friends, because even my friends were like, when I would get into the debates with them, they were like, "Jeremy, you really need to accept that you don't like this movie." I'm like, no man, I liked it. And it just slowly started to fall apart for me the more I watched it. Like, I watched it a couple times. I watched it like 3 times like opening weekend. And those were already pre-bought. I mean, I was going to see this movie multiple times. So yeah, just the more and more I looked into it, the more and more I started to accept the truth the more and more I realized what garbage it was. So, okay, The Wraith. I have never seen The Wraith. And it's got Charlie Sheen in it. It's got Randy Quaid. It's got Nick Cassavetes in it. Nick Cassavetes, if that's how I'm saying his name correctly, he actually directed Alpha Dog, I believe, with Anton Yelchin and Justin Timberlake and Emil Hirsch. If you have not seen Alpha Dog, watch it. But The Wraith, I'm gonna look at this movie because it looks cool as hell, actually, and I love 80s movies. So, all right, I got way off track. I apologize. So let me get back on track. Watch it, Jeremy. It's a classic. I definitely will. Just looking at the poster is already oozing 80s to me. Looks great. All right. Now, who has seen Alpha Dog? Has anybody seen Alpha Dog? Let me see if I have Alpha Dog. Yes. Alpha Dog right there. Great effing movie. I mean, this movie is great. So, are there any spoilers in my Deadpool review? Well, it's more like just a general reaction, Jason Grimes. So, no, if you want to go to that live stream, you'll be able to hear my thoughts in the first probably 10 minutes. Alpha Dog is a crazy good movie. Crazy good. I missed like 4 super chats. Holy shit. Okay, let me go back. I'm sorry. God dang, y'all. All right. Okay. No, let's see. I got Michael Hands because he asked me about The Last Jedi. And then, let's see. Chat keeps moving on me, man. I can't keep up. I'm trying. Okay. Will Kathleen Kennedy firing make for an instant change? That's from Mr. Drew 75. No, it won't. But it will be the beginning of the change. But she has created a bad culture at Lucasfilm right now. And we see that from evidence online and how all of the employees act. So getting rid of her will be the beginning of the end, but don't expect things to just instantly change right then and there. So, good question, though. All right. Looking. R. Kelly, do you have a Dreamcast? Love that system. I do. I have one right over here underneath my desk because I did have my old school gaming setup over here, but it was taking up too much room in here. But I have the Sega Sports Dreamcast. I have every system except for the NES and the Atari Jaguar. I think that's it. I don't have a PS1, but I do have the PS3 that plays PS1 and PS2 games. So, let's see. Mindwreck, don't stop what you're doing. Strong work, great channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mindwreck. And that's your second super chat, so I really do appreciate the support. Hello from Sydney, Australia. That's great. Emma Louise, love your channel, mate. Thank you. Nice Chewy avatar. Let's see. Neo Geo. That's another one. Okay, I don't have a Neo Geo. I forgot about a Neo Geo. Holy crap. Let's see. The Christmas special so much better than The Last Jedi. I'll be honest with you, I've never been able to finish the holiday special. I can't finish it. I can't do it. I've tried so many times. It's so cringeworthy. It makes me cringe so bad. I've tried though. I have tried. Let's see here. Let's see. Jeremy, do you have an Xbox One? Yes, I do. I have an Xbox One S right here behind me. And I have the launch Xbox One. So, yes, Kathleen Kennedy will suddenly move to a new department. That's exactly what's going to happen. Let's see. All right. What's my username on Xbox? And I gave it out on a live stream the other day, and I got so many notifications. But it's either D-Day Cobra altogether, or it's D space Day space Cobra space. I can't remember. Can't remember if I changed it and pushed it all together or not. I'll be honest with you guys, like online, I don't appear online much because I get bombarded with so many notifications, which is cool. But there might be a time where, like with our Patreon supporters or something like that, I'll jump online because we're redoing our Patreon rewards. But you never know. I may be able to jump on at some point, but I typically just stay hidden to when I go online. So, because I don't get as much time to game as I want. I wish I did. But Emma Louise, thank you for being our voice. Thank you for allowing me to. And thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. Let's see. The Commodore 64. Man, that's old school right there. That's old school. And the Philips 3DO. See, I had the Panasonic 3DO. Let's see. I'm still on Xbox 360. Yeah, I have my 360. Can you see my Xbox 360? I'm trying to do a PewDiePie, but I can do it. See? I can do it, PewDiePie. Mine can do this, PewDiePie. Let's see. But can you do this? All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, super chats. I'm missing them. I'm trying to get them. Hang on. Great channel, Dave Filoni for president. I agree, 100%. Thank you for the super chat. Kenneth Crane, what influence does Disney have on Lucasfilm and Marvel movies? Because it's amazing how great Marvel is and how trash Lucasfilm is. Love your stance, bro. Thank you, Kenneth, for that. You know, it's interesting because if you look at how Marvel is operated, Pixar is operated, and Lucasfilm is operated, they're all operated differently. But then you look at ESPN. ESPN is a nightmare. ESPN is a ratings disaster. They continue to lose money, and that's under the Disney umbrella. So, who was it? John Lasseter was running Pixar, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it Lasseter that ran Pixar? And then he got, I guess, busted for sexual harassment, because almost everybody in Hollywood got busted for sexual harassment. But then you look at Marvel, and I think really what it comes down to, I think Pixar had good leadership with Lasseter, and I think that obviously Kevin Feige is one of the great leaders we've ever seen in the movie business. So really, it's just it's a fact that Kathleen Kennedy just doesn't know what she's doing, and Kevin Feige does. It's that simple. So let's see here. Do I play Destiny? Tried to play Destiny. Hated Destiny. I tried. I bought that game day one when it came out, and I've still got my Destiny 2. I think that's the Destiny 1 PS4. I tried Destiny. I couldn't do it. Off to bed. Good night. N7 Myth, thank you for joining in. Appreciate that. Let's see. Come on, man, you need a bigger TV for gaming than my TV behind me? I mean, honestly, I've got a 65-inch 4K in my living room, but I actually unhooked all of my systems off of that to put them on my old school Philips, because the 4K was just, I like a little bit of a smaller TV than the big screen to game on. So let's see here. Yeah, Destiny was not for me. It just was not for me. I tried and I couldn't do it. So, did I miss any super chats? No, we're good. Okay, just checking, just making sure. Paul Feig should direct a Star Wars movie. Jesus Christ, that would be horrible. Have I tried Warframe? Yes, I have. I liked Warframe. I only played it a little bit, but it was because that was back when it was free for Xbox One, and I enjoyed Warframe. If I'm thinking about the same game, I think that was Warframe, and I enjoyed it. So, let's see. Destiny is garbage. God of War is where, and I'm assuming you mean where it's at, and I would 100% agree. Like that. Let's see. Do you like this? Do I like the Darksider series? Not from. I didn't play. I haven't played Darksiders. Let's see. Do a live stream with Jessie reviewing Solo. Well, Jessie's going to review Solo. I'm pretty sure she's going to review Solo for this channel. I need to double check with her on that. So let's see. Gears of War, I loved the first couple of Gears of War, just didn't get around to playing them anymore. I think I own all 4 of the Gears of War games, but I've really only put time into the first 2, I believe, and they were so cool when I first started playing them, because the gameplay was so unique and so different. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's see. So am I getting out? And how do I say your name? I've used your video off Twitter before. Cruel Byreb, I think that's how I say it. But am I getting a Sega Classics for PS4? I am planning on it, because anytime there's a classic game that's put together in a collage like that, I will definitely do it. Hey Jeremy, what kind of car do you drive? I don't like telling people a lot of my personal stuff, but I mean, I have two vehicles. Outside, my wife has an SUV, and I have a sports car. I have a 1990 300ZX, and then I have my daily driver, which is this is the one that gets all the chicks. My daily driver it gets all the ladies. It's a Kia Rio. And that's how all the ladies come to me, is with my Kia Rio. So, Jeremy, are you pansexual? I don't know. I guess, maybe. I don't know. No, I'm absolutely not. I only like ladies. So, let's see. I love my 90s 300ZX. I love it. I got to do a little work to it. And I don't drive it much at all. It's almost just there for me to have it. And when I have it, when I want to drive it, I will. But mostly it stays parked. So let's see. Jeremy, are my cars pansexual? This is what Star Wars has done to us. Everything is surrounded by pansexual now. Thank you, Lucasfilm. This is what you've done to Star Wars. Lando loved the ladies. That's true. That is true. This chat is beautiful. I love the randomness of the chat. It's fantastic. Let's see. It's the pansexual menace. Let's see. Jeremy, be careful. Your car might be starfighting for car rights. Yeah. The whole thing for L337 in Solo, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing the point we've got. It really is. All cars matter, right? Car lives matter. Hashtag. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the 80s film Iron Eagle? One of the greats. I love Iron Eagle. I haven't seen Iron Eagle in so long. But yeah, I mean, Iron Eagle is a classic. So, let's see. You guys aren't even asking any good questions. You're just talking about pansexual shit. Felix Fernandez, Guillermo del Toro for a Darth Vader movie. I love Del Toro, so I would be again, have to preface this every time. Every time this comes up, I would be a fan of Del Toro doing a Darth Vader movie as long as Kathleen Kennedy's not involved. That's what I have to say. So, let's see. Wouldn't it be solo sexual? Do I even want an Obi-Wan movie now? Not really. Not really. I mean, I'm sure Obi-Wan would be like turning into a transvestite at this point. He would be like the Bruce Jenner of the Star Wars universe. It's just crazy. So, let's see. Ticosexual. John L. Davis said, should Trump put sanctions out on Disney Star Wars? Dude, I am patiently waiting for Trump to tweet about Disney Star Wars. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and I can't wait for him to start destroying Disney Star Wars. That is what it's going to take for Disney Star Wars to ultimately get destroyed, is when Trump goes on a Twitter rant about Disney Star Wars. That would be fantastic. I would literally pay money for that. So, alright. Is my chat freezing up on you guys, or are you good? Is Trump a Star Wars fan? I don't know if he is. But I would just love to see him get involved with this, kind of like he did the NFL with the whole national anthem kneeling. As soon as he started tweeting about it, they backed off. They all backed off, and it was beautiful. So, all right, still good? All right, cool. Freezing up on my end, so let me jump off of my Wi-Fi on my phone. So, let's see. Chat seems okay to me. Okay, so you guys aren't freezing up on your end. Okay, so I was freezing up there for a minute. So, Solo doesn't break 100 million. Trump will roast them. Should Lucasfilm learn from Marvel? Yes, 100%. And it's not even Marvel, it's Kevin Feige. Like, Kevin Feige should sit down. What should happen, right? Here's exactly what should happen. Kevin Feige, they should get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, move her to another department, whatever politically correct way they want to do to usher her out the door so they don't upset the SJWs that they continue to pander to. Have Kevin Feige sit down with Dave Filoni for a week, a whole week, 5 days. Give him 5 days, give him 8 hours a day to sit down and let Kevin Feige teach Dave Filoni what it means to be an executive producer of a massive universe. Now, clearly, Filoni understands Star Wars and Star Wars lore. That's not the issue, and I don't think he needs to be taught that. But he does need to be taught the business side of things and everything that Feige has taught him. That is what we needed. That's what we need. That's what we need right there. So, let's see. Would Lando have sex with Trump? You guys are killing me now. You guys are ridiculous. If we're talking about Heat, the Scorsese film is amazing. Isn't it Scorsese? With De Niro and Pacino. Let's see. Trump sexual. My gosh, you guys are ridiculous. Is it Michael Mann? Okay, my bad. Yeah, Heat. And I think Nolan took a lot of inspiration from Heat when he made The Dark Knight. He talked about that. So Nolan is a massive fan of Heat. So thank you guys for correcting me. Let's see here. Platoon is greatness. Lucas Stone says, yo, I'm here live. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Let's see. The opening sequence is ridiculous. So Michael Mann would never go full social justice tard. That is true. Let's see. Jeremy, cheers from a night in Stockholm, Sweden. It's 2 a.m. here, and I'm ready for some roast. We love you over here. Thank you so much for that, Bill Ting Stadius. Bill Ting Stadius, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Send greetings here from Chile, Jeremy. Sebastian Varas, thank you so much for that. That is amazing. Let's see. Do I cover news stories? What do you mean by that? Do I cover news stories? You gotta get a little more details on that. Love Danny Glover and Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder's fantastic. Let's see. I believe Tropic Thunder was the movie that was that dethroned The Dark Knight from #1 at the box office. I think The Dark Knight had been #1 for like 4 weeks, and then Tropic Thunder finally dethroned it. So let's see here. Hello from Puerto Rico to all. That is amazing. Thank you for that. Make Tico great again. It's great how you support smaller YouTube channels. Well, hey, look, I mean, I don't consider myself a big YouTube channel, and I'm not, but I do want to give back the best I can, because I just think that's the right thing to do. Greetings from Birmingham, Alabama. My brother lives in Mary Esther, Florida, right next door to you. I'm very familiar with Mary Esther, very familiar with Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a Bama fan, so Nicholas Glenn, roll tide. Hopefully you're not an Auburn fan, but if you are, we can still get along. Good night from, where did it go? I just lost it. Somebody said good night from somewhere and I lost it. Male or female genitalia, it works every time. Let's see here. They Live. Oh man, have you guys seen the They Live meme with Roddy Piper and Kathleen Kennedy, where he has the glasses up and he has the glasses down? It's a phenomenal meme. I tweeted it out. I think it was last week. One of the best memes you'll ever see. So They Live is greatness. So let's see. So it's at 59%. 59%. This chat's moving so fast. I'll post it on the community tab. If I can remember, I will find that meme and I will post that to the community tab. No way, is it 58% now? I gotta check that. I gotta check and see. It's like watching the stock market. Let's see here. Rotten Tomatoes. So it's a 59. You guys are just throwing random ass numbers out here now at me. I've got so much internet going right now, everything is getting slowed down, so. God dang it, where'd it go? Can't even find it. Did they take it offline because they're tired of people looking at it? There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm pulling it up now. I'm gonna do a refresh. All right, so it's at 59%, at least on my end, and the top critics is at 66% right now. So that's where we're at. So Solo, failure to launch. Yes, I like that movie with Matthew McConaughey, by the way. So, all right, well, I am getting ready to wrap this up soon in the next few minutes. We've been over an hour. I want to. At some point, I want to do like a 4 or 5 hour live stream with all of you. That's what I want to do. Jeremy, do I like Grown Ups 2 with Adam Sandler? Yes, I do. I like almost every Adam Sandler movie. I just love Adam Sandler. I know people don't like a lot of his newer movies, but I love it. I love Grown Ups 1 and 2. One of my favorite, more recent Adam Sandler movies is Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston. I don't know why everyone hates it. I love it. I think it's fantastic. So, let's see. Stop looking at me, Swan. Yes! Yes, Billy Madison reference. Love it. Okay, let's see. Obi-Wan will change. Oh my God. Obi-Wan movie will change Baru to a trans woman and reveal Luke was raised by intergender same-sex parents. Love what you do, Jeremy. Roll Tide. That's fantastic. The fact that it's not even that far-fetched either. That's what's so bad about it. It's not even that far-fetched. Oh my God. It's not even that far-fetched. Oh man. Top Gun 2 Maverick. What do you think, Jeremy? That's from Neil Yu. Is that really? Yeah, they did announce that, didn't they? I think I blocked that out of my mind, but I'm actually think it's going to be pretty cool. That is a thing, right? Am I not mistaken? They did actually announce a Top Gun 2, right? That wasn't a joke. Yeah, that wasn't a joke. Okay, they did. Okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, I love Tom Cruise. I really do. As a matter of fact, I want the chat to guess my favorite Tom Cruise movie. So whoever says it first gets the shout out. So my favorite Tom Cruise movie. So let me see. I gotta follow this though. I'm waiting. Haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting. It's so hard to read. I'm reading and, oh my gosh, the chat's moving so freaking quick. Still haven't seen it. I hope I haven't missed it, but I have not seen it yet. Am I gonna have to give you guys, a hint? I'm trying to hold on to this chat so it doesn't fly past me. Come on, guys. All right, oh, there it is. There it is. Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire from HCF Wesker 6991. I hope you were the first one. The chat was moving so fast I couldn't keep up. But Jerry Maguire is my favorite Tom Cruise movie. But there's so many good ones. There's so many. I love The Last Samurai. I love A Few Good Men. I love all of the Mission Impossible movies except for the second one. The second Mission Impossible did not work for me. Vanilla Sky, like Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky. What is that from? like Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky. What song is that from? Come on, chat. Oh, the chat's moving so fast I can't keep up. But that Tom Cruise from Vanilla Sky is from Kanye. That's right, Lone Revolver 1. That's from Through the Wire. I love that Kanye song, by the way. Fanaheim, thank you for the super chat. Opening crawl of episode 9. It's a time of truth. Kylo has come out of the closet. Rey is now a Jedi Master and has zero interest in men. Oh man, that's good stuff. Yes, Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder is one of the great cameos in the history of movies. Not even close. Not even close. Best Tom Cruise movie is Mummy 2017. You please. No, it's not. I didn't even see that Tom Cruise movie, to be honest with you. And I love me some Tom Cruise. So, let's see here. All right. All right, I'm going to wrap this up soon, but you guys keep just entertaining the hell out of me, but I do have to go eat, so, you guys are ridiculous. Valkyrie is great, Edge of Tomorrow is great. Tom Cruise is so good he makes Oblivion worth watching, this is true. Pizza again, actually no, I am going to just fix me some sandwiches. Fixing some sandwiches tonight. So, let's see. Jack Reacher's... I've only seen Jack Reacher 1, and I loved it. So, Tom Cruise is soy sexual. What's a sandwich? A sandwich is what women fix. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, my God. Now you all are going to call me a sexist. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oh, God. Triggered. Ah, man, I gotta say though, Jeremy is a sandwich sexual. This has been one of the more entertaining chats I have seen. You guys are ridiculously entertaining. I appreciate it. I'm gonna bounce off of here. So yeah, we gotta find Corey. We gotta find Corey, Stephanie. So we need to figure that out. All right, hit me with it. Where are you watching from? Hit me with it. Corey's one of the guys who's always in the chat trolling me. So from Splash Mountain, Kentucky, UK, Las Vegas, SoCal, Las Vegas, Michigan, UK, London, New Hampshire, Tennessee, California, New Jersey, Birmingham, Alabama. I can't keep up. Texas, Martinsville. My God, it's moving so fast. Pittsburgh, Anaheim, Ireland, Minnesota, upstate New York, Belgium, California. All right, I'm going to slow it down. Iowa, Kentucky, Alderaan, Hotlanta, Huntsville, Alabama, Roll Tide, North Carolina, Germany, Virginia, Under Your Table, I Don't See You, New Jersey, Orlando, Michigan. I'm reading slower so I'm slowing the chat down. So Don Glover, Orlando, Wakanda, Hawaii, Canada. I see you, Mara Jade, Florida, Bessemer, Alabama. Sarasota, Florida. That's from the Macho Man's from Sarasota, Florida. Ooh yeah, the Macho Man. Toronto, Tatooine, Orlando, India, Brazil, Germany, El Paso, Texas, Stockholm, Austria. Let's see, Australia, South Carolina. All right, guys. You guys have been amazing as always. I will see you again. Today is Friday, so no more live streams until Monday, but you will be seeing uploads from me through the weekend. Also, SC Reviews has a video coming to the channel tomorrow. He sent it to me, so that will be on the channel tomorrow, so look out for that. You guys have a great night, and we will talk to you later. Oh, there's a super chat. I got to get to super chat. All right, super chat. Episode 9 crawl. After sensing the death of Han and his clone Luke, the real Luke doesn't even show up. Kylo decides to look up to see what's up, or look up Leia to see what's up. So thank you for the super chat, Gino BS lowercase c. Talk to you later. Bye.